So in this video, we want to make the app more realistic by reading the list of the to-dos from the server that we have created in the past video. So in order to do that, I will go to my IDE, and here inside our app.tsx file, we will see that we have this hard-coded list of to-do. Let us change this to actually make it work with the server. I want to use a React state, and I will call it data, and here we want to have an API call and fetch the data from the server. So let me use we will define this as an use effect. Use effect is a React hook that allows us to run a callback when the React is rendering this component. And here I will define one variable as a state, and I will call it data, and set data, and we will use state. And as we are using TypeScript, let us call it to-do type, which will be an array of the to-do type. And we need Axios, and let us also define the variable that for the API, our API would be localhost 8000, which is the address of our server, and in order to read the to-dos, this will be the path. So Axios is Axios is a package that we can call the API with that, and here we are reading the API, we are returning the response, and we are storing it as a result. Since Axios is a async, since calling an API is an async, so we need to await until this has been done, and then since we are returning the whole object as a response, I will set it as a state. And let us see here, let us add a console log to make sure that our result is correct. And we need to install the Axios, so I will add it with yarn add to our dependencies. Now I have installed it, I can import it from my package.json file, and here we also need to set it as a data. And here we will also add the list of the dependencies that we have for this hook. So here I have an error which says argument of type promise void is not assignable. So in order to solve that issue, I will define a fetch function here. I will call a fetch data function, and I will put all of my definition of all of my lines here, and this function will be async, and I will remove the async keyword from here, and here I will call the data. And here you will see a warning which for now we can ignore. So let's get started. Let me as you can see here, now I am receiving a network error. Let us see what is the reason of this network error. So let us go to the network tab of the browser, and let us refresh the page. We will see here that we have two requests for the to-dos, and this one has been failed, and we will see a strict origin policy. So in JavaScript, since I am doing an AJAX request, this is one of the security features of the browser, that this allow the app to communicate with another server which is not on the same domain. So And because we are running our localhost on port 3000 and the backend, our Node.js, is running on 8000, this will happen. So let us fix this. I will go and I will open my server app, and here we can use a middleware. I will use this CORS, and I will tell that if the traffic is coming from localhost 3000, the pre-flight request could be, and we need a CORS module for this, so I will add it as an CORS, and we can install it by adding CORS package. So let us go to the terminal and let me start the process, and now our backend is running on the port 9000, and let us see. Perfect. Now I have the request. I will see my result, and I have the data, and then we have these two grocery shop. So with these changes, let me add my changes to the GitHub. I will commit this as an allowing CORS for clients. I will push my changes, and let us close this project and go to the client. And here now we have the result. So as you can see, the result, I'm printing all of the things. So let us change this to result.data, and the result.data should be what we exactly expect, which is the first one is ID and then by grocers. And now that we have the data from the backend, instead of this variable, let us pass this, let us pass data to this, and let us remove this Todos. And at the first time, because the variable has not been defined, and let us define it as an empty array. Okay, so good. And as you can see, now I have these two objects, I have this, and these data are coming from the backend.